What's up, guys? My name is Eric Hopkins, and welcome to the Gelcast. Well, a lot of rumors have been going around lately when it comes to DC films and things like that, and one of the big rumors right now is who is going to be directing The Flash whenever that movie comes out. That movie was expected to be released on in March of 2018. That's not going to happen now. That movie has now been pushed back indefinitely, but it sounds like they're trying to figure out who the director is going to be. There's been a lot of names floating around right now. Robert Zemeckis is one. Sam Raimi and Mark Webb are two more. Now, Sam Raimi and Mark Webb have now been confirmed to have passed on the project. Then we've also got Matthew Vaughn was another, and I'm sure there was many other names floating around. Me personally, I don't know. I mean, those are the most well-known directors that are out there right now. I wouldn't be against the idea of maybe a new director coming in and trying it out. Obviously, we've seen some success, or at least it sounds like we're going to see some success with that, with Wonder Woman with Patty Jenkins, a kind of somebody I've never heard of before. Now, she probably is well known among movie pundits and things like that, but as a fan, I don't know who Patty Jenkins is. Now, from everything I've heard tonight, I was reading some early buzz and reviews from people who've actually seen Wonder Woman, and everything I've seen is absolutely great. It sounds like it's a great film. Now, again, none of these reviews technically allow. I think the movie's still on an embargo at the moment, but they were allowed to give out reactions. But the reactions have been very positive. So if that holds true and Wonder Woman is good, where's the harm of getting a director who necessarily isn't a big name like those directors I mentioned? Now, Matthew Vaughn would be great, but I got this feeling that he may be a little bit busy before too much longer with the third Kingsman film, with Kingsman: The Golden Circle coming out later this fall. I think if that movie's a hit, as the first one was to a degree, he's going to be busy with that. So I don't know if his name, and obviously he has been connected with X-Men First Class and some of the other X-Men projects, but the one name that kind of is interesting for me here that has not been dismissed yet is Robert Zemeckis. Now, that director, I believe, has now been confirmed to actually have had a meeting with Warner Brothers and DC. What's interesting about that is he's obviously the director of the Back to the Future franchise. And obviously, if you know the character of The Flash, that character a lot of the times will run back in time and into the future, obviously. So, Robert Zemeckis is going to have the experience when it comes to alternating timelines and, just time travel in general. Not to mention the Flash can also run to other dimensions and different Earths and, crazy sci-fi sort of things. So it would make some sense if he would direct this film, and I can understand why Warner Brothers would go after him. And obviously, the Back to the Future franchise had an element of comedy to it as well, and obviously, The Flash needs that as well to hold true to the character in the comics. So I'd be thrilled if that was the choice, but again, I'm not going to be against the idea of somebody fresh coming in to do it as well. There's also some rumors going around about this movie here when it involves Billy Crudup. Billy Crudup, we've actually already seen in the Justice League trailer, playing Barry's dad, who Barry is the Flash, and Barry's dad, Henry Allen, who is in jail. And if you've seen the Flash TV series that's running right now on CW, you know that Barry's dad is a very integral part of who the Flash character is and where he comes from. And the emotional stuff that he deals with his father is very central to the core element of the character. But those rumors began swirling a couple days ago and has now been pretty well squashed that Billy Crudup has left the project. It has now been confirmed that he has not left the project. So the thing about DC is it seems like everybody just wants to talk about it, which I get it. It's a very polarizing subject, but everybody needs to understand that, especially when it comes to DC films, everything is kind of up in the air right now. A lot of things are rumors and things like that. So I advise if you were to see a rumor like this or anything in general, whether it be news, movie news, anything that you read on the internet, do your homework. Make sure that what you're reading is being backed up by multiple sources. Make sure they're credible sources before you believe just the first headline you read on Facebook or Twitter. Just because you see stuff there does not mean that the story is 100% true and you take it as fact, because more often than not, it's clickbait or someone just trying to, just mislead the people who are reading it. Fake news, so to speak, to use a popular term nowadays. So just kind of do your homework. And but it's good to see that Billy Crudup has not left, because there was also rumors that Justice League was going back for reshoots, and that very well may be. But just because they're going back for reshoots, because the film's due out in November, doesn't mean that this film is in trouble. Most films nowadays are scheduled in their budget and their shooting schedule and their production schedule to go back for reshoots all the time. I mean, it happens more often than not anymore. It's just standard procedure. And a lot of good films have gone back for reshoots, and by the time they were released, they're great. They're probably even better off for it. A lot of times reshoots are just done for certain scenes that maybe didn't flow well. They want to add something to it to make the film flow better, or edit it a little bit more to where it seems a little more natural. And one of the more recent films that went back for reshoots, most people love, you might have heard of it, it was called Star Wars Rogue One. So in that movie, they pretty well changed the entire ending from what I've read. So if that's the case, so what if Justice League is going back for reshoots? That's fine. This happens all the time. No one needs to panic. But that obviously fueled the fire, or the speculation that Billy Crudup left the Justice League film and the Flash altogether, because if he did, that means they would have had to go back in Justice League and reshoot his parts that we saw in the trailer. But from what I can tell, though, those rumors have now been squashed, and you don't have to worry about that no more. But hopefully we'll see who is the director of Flash before too much longer. We'll actually get a release date. I'm hoping maybe 2019 it'll be ready to go, because it seems like they're trying to get that one jump started before some of the others. But as of right now, we've only got Wonder Woman this year, Justice League in November, and then we've got Aquaman scheduled for December of 2018. And there's rumors right now that Batgirl may get thrown in there a little bit before Aquaman, or maybe right after Aquaman. But with the positive buzz with Wonder Woman, and hopefully Justice League does well, with the Wonder Woman movie coming out on June 2nd, if that movie is well, it's going to be a much-needed shot in the arm for the DCEU, and hopefully that means good things coming up here in the future. But what do you guys think? Who do you think is going to direct The Flash? Do you have any ideas that who you would maybe like to see? And what are your thoughts on the DCEU in general and their future moving forward? Let me know in the comment section below, and I'll be back with new shows on the Jailcast here next week. Well, that'll just about do it for me, everybody. Thank you for watching this video, and if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel right here by clicking this round logo right here. Please click on that and subscribe for more trailer reactions, movie reviews, movie news, NFL recap shows, and WWE professional wrestling shows. I'll be going over all those shows, and you can check them out right here on the channel. Also, you can find me on my Facebook and Twitter at facebook.com/Jailcast, or on Twitter at EricJail. So until next time, as always, God bless.